You guys were the first to actually enlist actual pros to help you with the design and development in the past. How did you guys do that this time around?
So we have never, we've never left the pro scene, so to speak. I mean, our game isn't currently being played there, but we're very much in touch with the community. You can be sure we read the Reddits, we read the posts, we still are very close to a lot of members of that community. A lot of members of that community are coming here at E3 earlier than ever to see multiplayer, to get their hands on it, so that they can, on their own, experience it and tell people what they think. I mean, these people have devoted their lives to playing our game. Who better than them to tell us about how we've created? And the response we've gotten so far has been fantastic. What they say, it feels like Black Ops 2, but better. And it feels it's fast, it's fluid. They love the map design and everything about it. I think it's going to be a great game to both play for the pros, but also spectate and watch. It's a rich game. It's beautiful. You got the diversity of all of the specialists and all the things they can do, and the added layers of strategy, all the new movement systems, and I just think it's going to be a great esport.
When it comes to esports, we've seen Call of Duty be part of the X Games the last 2 years. Call of Duty now has actual X Games gold medals that people can win. As a developer, what are your thoughts about that, since next year people will be winning gold medals at the X Games playing your game?
Well, we haven't announced which tournaments or what we're doing yet exactly with our esports season. We're going to do that later this year. But just reflecting on that, as somebody who's worked really hard to bring Call of Duty to the competitive scene and worked with the community for so long, I think it's a great validation for all the pioneers of Call of Duty esports, the people who've helped build it into what it is today. And for us as creators, it's amazing to see that it's being played at that high of a level and it's being recognized throughout the world as a premium sport where you can actually earn medals. And hopefully one day we'll see it in the Olympics.
When it comes to esports, it's all about the maps. Can you talk a little about the maps that people are playing here on the floor at E3?
Yeah. There's a variety of maps we have. First off, in the game in development, but I think the thing about our maps is we have a level of diversity of them. Whether it's Combine or whether you're playing, maps with underwater, there's just a great variety of maps. What we try to do with each map is not only make sure it's a fun and interesting game space, but it's something that has unique characters, so that as players are going around the map, they can actually identify and have call-outs to all the different areas. They're not confused. So what you'll notice as you're looking at the videos that people are streaming from here, or the videos that are coming out from our trailer, each of these levels is both unique, and within each of these levels we've detailed out each of these areas so that they're unique play spaces, so that players can learn about the strategy. They can get a better understanding of the surroundings, so they can develop their strategies.
And speaking of strategies, you can talk a little about the new co-op when it comes to the actual campaign and what that opens up for players that are going to play that version.
Yeah, I think one of the things I'm most excited about this game is this campaign co-op. I mean, it's a hell of a lot of fun to play. We know it's fun to play 4-player co-op. We've been making zombies for a long time, which is up to 4-player co-op. So we know how to do that kind of game. We know multiplayer is a fun social game. We bring in all the best of our learnings to the campaign. Players are going to have choice, just like you have choice in multiplayer. Now, it's its own game, so it'll have different mechanics and different things to do. But the philosophy of what we've done on both multiplayer and zombies is coming in terms of giving players choice so that they have real strategy. I mean, you can play this game very differently depending upon how you've kitted up and upgraded your character to go in. The abilities that you'll be able to earn and choose will put you down a certain path and allow you to play in a particular way, and you can choose other ones as you play more of this game. You wouldn't be able to get all of the abilities even on a single playthrough. More importantly, because it's a co-op game, we want people to be able to play with their friends. We know that it's difficult for people to find that exact time to always play. I want to make sure that if you're going back in, you have the opportunity to experience something different. So the designers have sprinkled in all kinds of gameplay that if you've upgraded your character and you've gone further and then you go back and start at maybe an earlier level because you want to play with one of your friends, you can actually play that level completely differently, each encounter, and have a completely different fun experience each and every time you play it.
Can you give us like a high-level story of what's going on in this world?
So the year is 2065. It's clearly a Black Ops game, so it's a dark and gritty story. It's one where there's always a lot of ambiguity in the Black Ops franchise. It's not a straight-ahead story. We're always messing with your head. We're always getting messed with as the player. But what's happened is there's been a very technology is rapidly advanced on the battlefield by 2065. There's a lot of robotics, a lot of advanced military that doesn't really care about its own self-preservation. It's made it very difficult for the soldiers on the battlefield. And what's happened is the best of the best have become augmented with bionic limbs. They've integrated technology into their bodies, into their minds, to be able to be effective on this, what is truly now a networked battlefield that will occur in the future. And of course, in the world of Black Ops, we presented to you some very, intense scenarios in the past, like with the drone strikes of 2025. Even that plays a role in our fiction. Because of those drone strikes, we've created laser umbrella systems that protect our cities, right? It pushes combat down to the ground. It makes all the advancement of these robotics even, it's the cause and effect of all of this, right? Everything is connected. And then when you get technology integrated into our bodies and minds and being network connected, sure, what could go wrong?
Now, part of that campaign is people are going to come face to face with Marshawn Lynch. Can you talk about what role he plays in this game and what it was like working with him?
So Marshawn makes a cameo appearance in our game, and he is a great athlete in his own right? But he is physically, obviously. Come on, he's beast mode, right? I mean, he's a badass. So we have him playing as one of the 54i Combine, which is one of the elements that you go up against in this game. And you'll notice him in a particular scene. I think he's going to be very hard to miss. I mean, we've captured him very accurately. His movements, the way he walks. I think he has a very signature walk. Of course, he's got his dreads, but he'll be in our world, make no mistake. And I think one of the things that was, I was really impressed with was that, he didn't just come in to do his moves and then, that was it. Like, he really loves Call of Duty. He plays Call of Duty. It means something to him as he grew up, and he plays with his family. And I think that, he really got into it. And he gave us, even more than I even expected or even asked of him. And, he was like, he really wanted to perform and give us some different movements. And I think it's just a sign of a true pro.